So you are looking for a new two-wheel drive short course truck, but unsure which one to go for? Well, in my opinion, there are two main options to consider, and that is the Traxxas Slash two-wheel drive and the Arrma Senton Boost 4x2. But hang on, you may be thinking, why Traxxas and ARRMA when there are so many great options out there from Team Associated, HPI, FTX and Maverick? Now true, those guys do have some great options, but when it comes to parts and aftermarket support, nothing beats a Traxxas or an ARRMA. You can walk into any local hobby store and you will find the bits that you need. Traxxas and ARRMA are two of the biggest names in RC, especially when it comes to bashing, which is why today we will be focusing on these two. We're going to take an in-depth look at all the different features that both of these trucks come with, and hopefully by the end of this video you will be able to decide which one you want to go for. Before we make a start, I want to say a huge thank you to Rochester RC for sending out the Slash for me to feature on the channel. If you live in the UK and you're looking to save 5% on all orders plus free shipping with no minimum order, these guys should already be your go-to. No other RC store in the UK offers benefits like this. They're a family run business with incredibly good customer service, so go and check them out. I will leave links to the cars featured in today's video in the description below, and don't forget to use code BEYONDRC at checkout to get your 5% discount. Both trucks come ready to run out the box, meaning everything you need to get you up and running is included, and all you need to do is supply some AA batteries for the transmitter, a nickel metal hydride battery or a 2S LiPo with a charger. Here's a quick look at what you get with the Senton Boost. So in the box you don't really get a huge amount. Obviously you get the truck itself, which we are going to take a much closer look at. We've got an instruction manual in there, a technical pack and some tools. Also the Spectrum SLT2 transmitter. You also get 4 AA batteries included, which I've already put into the transmitter. Now here's a look at what you get with the Slash. We've got a basic 2-channel transmitter. Yeah, not too bad. We've got a nice foam grip on the wheel there. We've also got our steering trim adjustment, and that is pretty much it. Some preload spacers for the shocks, a basic toolkit which includes some Allen keys and a cross wrench. We've got a foam spacer for our battery tray. We have got another little accessory pack. We've got some body clips in there, some spare screws. This is your optional high-speed gearing, and if you're looking to do some on-road stuff, fitting this will get you some more speed. We've got some decals. Finally, we've got a colour manual, and this thing is incredibly nice, lots of detail, and perfect for a beginner starting out in the hobby. With both trucks you get nice in-depth manuals, which is ideal if you're just starting out in the hobby. You can look back at the manuals and you're going to find all the information you need to get you up and running. We've also got some spare accessories and basic toolkits. Again, really good, especially if you're just starting out. So let's talk about the appearance of each of these trucks then. Now first up, let's talk about the Senton, because I've gone for the fluorescent green version, which I think looks the best, but you can also get them in blue. Now when it comes to the Slash, I've got the red and grey colour scheme, but there are so many options out there, from the basic red all the way up to the bright pink. There really is something for everyone. Now if it come down to looks alone, it would be an extremely hard decision to make. They both look really good, but I think the Slash is the winner for me. There's something about it that just makes it look more realistic. It could be that it sits higher, and it does have a higher centre of gravity. Both of these trucks come with basic brushed electronic setups, which is perfectly fine if this is your first time in the RC hobby, but experienced RC fans will quickly get bored of the stock setups and will consider going brushless almost instantly. And if you do own various RC cars and you're considering one of these may not be the best option for you. You may be better off going with a brushless ready to run. Here's a closer look at the electronics that you get with the Senton. So we have got a 2-in-1 40 amp ESC and receiver, a 12-turn 550 brushed motor, and a Spectrum 5kg servo. Now I'm pretty sure that servo is only 5 kilograms and it's got plastic gears, so I'm not entirely sure how well that's going to perform. And now let's have a look at the Slash. So let's take a closer look at the electronics first, then we'll have a look at the chassis features. Now this has got the XL5 ESC, the Titan 12-turn brushed motor, and a waterproof servo. And if we have a look underneath, you can see the servo saver there. Your receiver is housed in the receiver box there, and what I like about this, it is a decent size, so if you do want to run an aftermarket radio, it's really easy. So both trucks come with 550 brushed motors, but the ESC setup is slightly different. The Slash features the XL5 ESC, which is separate to the receiver, and on the Senton it's a 2-in-1 unit, which I'm not a huge fan of, and I much prefer a standalone ESC and receiver. Servo wise, again, both are quite slow, but these trucks are aimed at beginners with a limited budget. The servo on the Slash has more torque, but it is slower, and on the Senton you get a slightly faster servo but less torque. The good news is you can upgrade your servo later on once you're used to the truck, and if you find yourself needing some extra steering power, well, there are so many upgrades out there. So let's talk about the transmitters next. Now the Slash comes with a very basic entry-level TQ transmitter, which is big, bulky and limited on features. All you get is a steering trim adjustment and a foam grip on the wheel. The Senton comes with the SLT2 transmitter, which features a lot more than the basic Traxxas transmitter, including a speed setting switch, ideal for beginners, steering trim, steering dual rate adjustment, and again a nice foam grip on the wheel. For me, the SLT2 is the winner here. Moving on, let's take a look at the chassis features on each of these vehicles. First up, let's have a look at the Senton. Now when it comes to the other features on this truck, obviously we've got the same composite chassis, really nice mud and dirt guards, silky smooth oil-filled shocks, impact absorbing front and rear bumpers, and just like the 3SBLX range, everything on this is modular, so working on it is extremely easy. When it comes to the battery tray, you've got your usual ARRMA Velcro straps there, and if you remove the battery spacers, you can fit larger packs. Now let's take a look at the chassis features on the Slash. We've got oil-filled shocks front and rear, again a really nice front bumper and a rear bumper. We have got adjustable turnbuckles, plastic drive shafts, a plastic chassis with these really nice side guards, as you would expect, ball bearings throughout, and taking a look at the rear of the vehicle, you can see your transmission there. Now this thing is brushless ready. All you need to do is fit a brushless motor and ESC, and it will handle the power upgrade. The biggest difference on both of these is that this version of Slash will only ever be 2-wheel drive, whereas the Senton can be converted to 4-wheel drive using ARRMA's conversion kit. Once the 4-wheel drive conversion is done, then you get the ability to upgrade to brushless, and you can do this using ARRMA's boost boxes or your own choice of electronics. My Senton started life brushed, I quickly converted it to 4-wheel drive, and then I fitted a Hobbywing Max 10 SCT brushless power system, and well, now it's mental. That is insanely quick. For me, this is one of the biggest selling points when it comes to the ARRMA Boost range, being able to upgrade all the way up to a brushless beast. And this again is a massive advantage to beginners, because as your skills progress, you can upgrade the truck at the same time. Now that said, the Slash can also be upgraded to brushless further down the line, as it does feature a brushless ready transmission, but again, it will only ever be 2-wheel drive. If you think you will crave more power and grip off-road later down the line, then the Senton is a clear winner. So let's talk about performance then. Now both of these trucks are incredibly similar, but the Senton doesn't feel as planted as the Slash right out the box. But once you go 4-wheel drive, this does change and the Senton does feel more planted, but we're not talking about 4-wheel drive in this video. This is a comparison of both of these trucks in their 2-wheel drive form. Now for me, the Slash does jump ahead when it comes to outright performance straight out the box. Having the weight of the motor and transmission over the rear wheels in the Slash does help, and I found whichever way I pointed the wheels, the Slash had no issue going in that direction. 2-wheel drive RC cars are always so much fun, and it's incredibly easy to do this. So having the extra weight over the rear of the vehicle definitely helps when it comes to the Slash. On the Senton, it doesn't quite feel as planted until you go 4-wheel drive. Now let's talk speed then, because both of these trucks are really slow out the box. Now when I reviewed both of these trucks on my channel, I didn't do speed tests because I think everybody knows they're going to be really slow out the box. You can't expect a huge amount of speed from a brush setup like this. Now you can expect speeds close to 20 to 25 miles per hour, I would have said straight out the box, which is pretty slow considering, but you could always fit the high speed gear in and get close to 30 miles per hour speeds, which isn't bad at all. This should only be done if you are running on-road though, as running off-road with the higher gearing will almost certainly fry your stock electronics. Now this is the big one, durability. Now a lot of people will have their own opinion on this one, as there are a lot of loyal Slash and Senton fans out there, but in my opinion, they are evenly matched. Traxxas and ARRMA build quality is great, and the quality of materials used is similar on both vehicles. Every RC car can and will break at some point, and no RC car is unbreakable. Just because the Slash has been around longer doesn't mean it's more durable. I'll let you guys answer this one, so drop a comment down below and let me know which one you think is more durable. I think the Slash may just be a little bit more durable, but you may disagree. So Traxxas and ARRMA are two of the biggest names in RC, especially when it comes to everyday bashing, and for this reason you can walk into any hobby store and the chances are you will find exactly what you need. If not, parts for both vehicles are widely available online. It doesn't matter if you go for the Senton or the Slash, you'll have no issues finding the parts you need, and just remember you'll definitely break your RC car at some point, which is why parts availability is such an important factor to consider. This is why I prefer these two trucks over something else from a different brand, especially if you're just starting out. Everybody in the hobby knows Traxxas and ARRMA parts are so easy to come by. The Slash has been around since 2008 and for this reason has incredibly good aftermarket support when it comes to upgrades. There are almost endless options when it comes to every part of the truck. Now compared to the Senton, it is limited on aftermarket support with fewer options available when it comes to upgrades, but this isn't a deal breaker, as there's nothing wrong with keeping a truck stock as long as it performs well, and the Senton certainly does. Now let's have a look at the prices then. Now currently you can pick up the Senton in the UK for £199 and the Slash for £269. In the US, you can pick the Senton up for $169 and the Slash for $199. Why is everything so much cheaper in the US? Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're in the UK or the US, the Slash is still quite a bit more expensive. But is it worth the extra money? Well, I think so, and again, the big thing for me is the aftermarket part support, which is huge. As far as I'm aware, lots of RC clubs out there already have a 1/10 scale Slash racing class, but there's nothing for the Senton, and I think that's because it's considered more of a bashing vehicle. Now, if you are considering taking one of these to your local track, I think the Slash may be the better option. So which one of these trucks is best and which one should you go for? If you've just found my video and you're looking to get into the RC hobby, you want to go for a short course truck, you want a two-wheel drive truck as well, which one of these should you spend your money on? Well, this is an incredibly hard question to answer, but I will try my best. If you're looking for something with insane parts and aftermarket support, the Slash is the clear winner. It's built tough, it's incredibly durable, and it's so easy to work on. If you are a beginner, I think the Slash is going to be the best bet for you. Now with a brushless upgrade, it will be just as fun, if not more fun than the ARRMA, but again, just bear in mind, this is a two-wheel drive chassis, unlike the ARRMA, which can be converted to four-wheel drive if you are craving some extra grip in the dirt. Now converting the Senton 4x2 Mega to four-wheel drive and going brushless can end up costing a lot more than the cost of a ready-to-run 3SBLX, which is also worth considering. Now if you think you'll need the extra speed straight away, I would say save for a bit longer and get the ready-to-run 3SBLX. It's going to save you so much grief in the long run, but if you think you'll enjoy the upgrade process, well, just be prepared to pay slightly more. Now if you like the look of the Slash but you're disappointed because it's only two-wheel drive, well, don't be, because there is a four-wheel drive brushless ready-to-run available, and it's definitely worth checking out. Now going back to the Senton, if you have no intention to put it around the track and you're not too fussed about upgrades or aftermarket support, then the Senton will be one of the best short course bashers out there. I'm in love with mine and it has become one of my favourite RC cars of all time. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you prefer the Slash or the Senton? I want to say a huge thank you once again to Rochester RC for sending out the Slash for me to feature on my channel, and if you are in the UK, don't forget you can get 5% off your entire order and free shipping, so definitely go and check those guys out. Links down below. Cheers for watching, see you on the next one. Take care. Now if you enjoyed today's video, why not stick around, check out the full review video that I did of the Traxxas Slash two-wheel drive by clicking on the top video, or click the bottom video to check out my review of the Senton Mega 4x2.